Morning, folks. Hey, it's only 1 week to NaNoWriMo. So, I've done planning and I've done preparation, but I don't feel prepared. I keep looking at the calendar and going, it can't possibly be the week before Nano. But it is. It absolutely 100% is. And this is just what we have to deal with. So, briefly, my schedule hasn't changed for appearances. I will be at the Jaffrey High School, Conant High School, in the Pratt Auditorium, somewhere near the door, on December 10th, selling all my books, hopefully, knock on wood. I will have cookbooks. I'm hoping I'll have vampire novels. It depends on what they get to me. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Okay. If I have any more dates, of course, I'll post them to the Facebook page and my website and all of the billions of different places. And yeah, so that's good. So NaNoWriMo prep. It's the last week of National Novel Writing Month prep. Next week is National Novel Writing Month. Tuesday of next week is the 1st of November. Time to scream and shout. Okay, so the basic premise for National Novel Writing Month is to write 50,000 words in 30 days. That is a lot of writing, but it's not impossible. Okay. If you are looking at writing a specific number of words each and every day, you need to write 1,667 words every day to reach 50,000 words in 30 days. But November is also Thanksgiving month and prepping for a bunch of different things, and the holidays are beginning and blah, 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 blah. So when I plan my writing out, I usually do write on the weekends at least a little bit, although I usually don't make 1,600 words, 1,700 words. So what I do is I build in extra time. So my goal is to have 50,000 words written on this November 30th. If I write every single day, I would have to write 1,667 words a day. On the other hand, if I write, sorry, I have to actually do calculation here. Actually, I can use my phone. Look at that. I have a calculator on my phone. And how many days do we have in December or November, pardon me? 10, 5, 10, 15, 22 divided by 22 divided by 22. So if you were to write only on weekdays, you would need to write 2,272 words a day, 5 days a week. That's kind of my goal. I usually aim to write between 2,500 and 3,000 words in a day, because I know there are going to be days on the weekends when I'm running around doing things and I have no time to sit down to write, because I have chores to do and I have, the garden to put to bed and turkeys to buy and kids to wrangle and all the rest of that. And I know I'm not going to write on Thanksgiving Day because I'm not going to be home on Thanksgiving Day. I'm going to be at my boyfriend's family's house. So I'm not even going to be at my computer. So therefore, I don't have any way to write words. And then on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, we do Friendsgiving. And I'm probably not going to write a whole lot of words then either, because I'm going to be cooking a turkey and I'm going to be having 20 people over to my house and all that stuff. So you have to plan around those words and or those events, and you need to think about it. On the NaNoWriMo.org website, they have the week 6 exercise is actually a quiz. What's the best writing schedule for you? It's a cutesy little quiz. It's amusing. Go in and do it. It gives you an idea of what you have time for, and it's actually helpful. Even if you don't do exactly what it says, it gives you food for thought. There is a time management conversation on the forums, which you can join in. There are additional resources listed. So they have an article on how to win nano with a 40-hour work week. 30 unconventional ways to make more time to write without having to wake up at 4 a.m. How to balance school and writing. Talking about writing sprints and figuring out your voting time ahead of time. And then there's some videos and whatnot. And they now have the sorry, brain is not entirely working. They now have the NaNoWriMo banners and flair out for this year. So if you, like me, want to put a banner up saying, yes, I'm doing NaNoWriMo, leave me the hell alone, get off my lawn. They have a pretty one this year. It's got like little flowers and it's pinky and stuff. Not entirely my style, but that's okay. You know, I'm going to do it because it's NaNoWriMo. So the thing that we're trying to do is come up with scheduling hacks. So the first one is don't write 1,667 words a day, because you're just not going to write. There's going to be a day when you catch a cold, when you have turkey in the oven, when the kids go insane. It happens. There's just too much stuff going on in the world. So prepare in advance by writing a little extra. Like I said, I'm going to aim for writing about 2,500 to 3,000 words a day, so that if I want to take the weekends off, it's no big deal. Keeping in mind also that the end goal of my book is not 50,000 words. That is my NaNoWriMo goal, because that's the goal of NaNoWriMo. My goal for my book is 75,000 words. And I have a bunny who's unhappy that the walls are up. That final goal is for the full first draft of the book, and I want it to be 75,000 words, and the goal for that is actually January 31st. So I am not stressed on that. I only need to get to 50,000 by the end of November. But it's good to have multiple goals, and please don't feel bad if your goal is not 50,000 words. Don't let anybody get down on you, because that's fine. My friend Dan Sesney, who is a published author, an amazing person, he's the head of the board for the Griffin Free Public Library. He doesn't do NaNoWriMo in the traditional manner. He does articles. He does an article a day for 30 days. I know people who do 2 poems a day for 30 days. Or a drawing a day for 30 days, although a lot of people do that in October and they call it Inktober. But whatever it is you're doing, just make your plan in advance so that you know going into the month what's going on. And part of that prep is letting your family know, okay? When I'm sitting down to write, as opposed to putz around on Facebook or whatever, I actually tell everybody. We have a family chat room, and I go on and I tell everybody so that no matter where they are, if they're at school or at work, they know, oh, Ally's working right now. Don't bother Ally unless there's blood or a severed limb involved. Or coffee. Coffee is acceptable. If you let people know, they're more likely to help you out, and that's not a bad thing. Let people know what you want. So for me, that's when I'm writing, leave me the heck alone. I don't want to be talked to. I don't want to be paged. I don't want to be distracted. I don't want people coming and talking to me about dishes. No, leave me alone. And I write in the morning. So I sit down, I have 25 minutes or so of Facebook because I need to ingest enough coffee to get the brain running. And then I write, and I write a minimum of 1,667 words before I allow myself to get up and move around. Why? Because I know from experience that I can do that in less than an hour if I put my mind to it. And most of the time I can whip that out. I sit down and I write my words. And if it takes me a couple of hours, that's okay. At the end of that first glut, if I'm still on a roll, I write till I'm done my roll. If I'm struggling, I get up and I walk around. I refill my coffee. I get a bite to eat. And then I come back and I sit down and I finish the other, 1,400 words for the day. Why? Because now it's out of my hair and I don't have to find time to come back and that's how I prefer it. I don't do other things until I'm done my writing in November. If you're only doing it that intense push once a year for a month, people are much more willing to support you and help you out because they know there's an end to it. This isn't going to go on forever. And people will help out with chores and kid wrangling and cooking and such. What other prep things do I do? We talked a couple of weeks about writing space, but I make sure that I have my writing space set up comfortably. I use Readsy, and I make sure. So I went up last week, and I set my writing goals because you can put in manuscript goal, and I have my NaNoWriMo goal set up separately. I have everything set up with the chapter titles and things like that. Not that I have names for my chapters yet, but I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because my books tend to be around, 15 to 20 chapters. So I put those in so that if I need to flip from one to the next, it's just a click of a button. I don't have to do a lot of thinking. And since I'm writing the third book in a series, I went back and I read the second book in my series. Not all of it, but just I skimmed through most of it, and then I read the back because of the last couple of chapters, because I needed to know where I'm going, because this story that I'm about to write happens right at the end of this novel. It's like bang, bang, bang. I have no time in between. And so I need to be on the ball so that I have a continuity of storyline for everybody. All right. So that's where we're at, folks. Scheduling hacks. Put it on your calendar. If you use Google Calendar like I do, we have a family calendar. I put it on there. This is my writing time. Don't bug me. And people know that I'm doing serious work. And since my writing is now bringing money into the house, believe me, they're a lot more willing, even though right now the money amounts to, play money. It doesn't matter. I might not be paying the mortgage every month, but I am paying for, our Netflix account and a number of all of our streaming services and stuff, because I'm bringing in that much money. It's important to do that. And when you start bringing in money, people become a lot more willing to give you the space and time. So schedule. Sorry, I'm legit tired today. So keep in mind, my calendar is over here. See, calendar. You got a week of prep left. I'm in the process of fleshing out my werewolf characters, the race, and figuring all that out. I need to have all of my writing stuff together and ready to go. I have all of my videos planned out for the month of November, so I don't have to worry about getting that all done. I've done everything I can to make sure that when I sit down on Tuesday, November 1st, that I am ready to write And I have writing prompts that I can pull out. I have everything I need. No excuses. So if you'd like to join in and be my buddy on NaNoWriMo, if you go to the website, it says look for buddies, look for Rev Allyson, as in Reverend, REVALLYSON. That's me. Feel free to buddy me, and I will happily buddy you back, and we can support one another. I may or may not hold some online writing sprints and write-ins where you get to watch me type. You know, people can talk and stuff, but generally it's just that you're providing a little bit of accountability to yourself and your friends. So I'll open up a Zoom room or something like that and people can come and visit me. Anyway, I got to get out of here because I got to finish my prep for NaNoWriMo. I love you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And no, is it over here? I can never remember. I think it's over here. Anyway, like and subscribe. If the video was useful, pass it along to others, and have a good week. And I will see you next week after I'm done my writing for the day.